Hi everybody, I am Rose Mays and I am coming to you just making a, I guess you can call it a tutorial for a shea butter cream that I make. It has been requested by several people, so I am going to finally make a tutorial on just how to make it. I sold it a little bit, but it's really so easy that I kind of feel guilty even selling it. So I'm just going to tell you all just how to make it. It's really simple. Anybody can do it, So I'm just going to get right into it. And it only really just takes a few ingredients, so I'm going to show you. The first thing that I usually use, well, the first thing on the list is raw cocoa butter. And this is 100% pure, raw cocoa butter. Okay, you'll know the smell because it smells just like chocolate. Okay, this is raw unrefined shea butter. Okay, now this also has a strong smell, which is why I use oils to kind of mask the scent, even though it works really well and it just has a strong smell. But it doesn't matter if you get it refined or unrefined. They both pretty much do the same thing. Okay, it's just that one has gone through a process, I guess, of filtering, gotten some of the debris and all that stuff out of it. Let me see. And also 100% pure coconut oil. Okay, now usually I use this kind, okay, but sometimes I use the organic kind. I guess it just depends on what's convenient for me at the time. Okay, but just as long as it is 100% pure coconut oil and doesn't have any different additives or all that other extra stuff in it. Okay, now another thing I use is scented oils, like I said before. Sometimes they're essential oils, sometimes they're fragrance oils. Now this one is a lime essential oil, okay, and it's just lime. That's all it is. Nothing added to it. But this one I got from Nature's Way, which and the brand is Now Foods. Now this is a brand that I trust as far as their oils. They have a nice quality of oils. Okay, and these essential oils, they go a long way. So I really don't mind paying a little bit of a higher price for those because a little bit really does go a long way. Now, this is a fragrance oil, which is, this one's Butter Rum. I got it from Wellington Fragrance. Now, this oil is very inexpensive. I think it was like maybe $3 for a half ounce. Now, a little bit of that really does go a long way also. Okay, and another thing you'll need to make it is something to put it in, of course. Okay, I would just say put it in something that's going to stand up to the heat of the oil, because it's going to be nice and hot when you put it into the jar, because it's, of course, melted, so it's going to be nice and hot when you put it in there. So just get something. It can be glass or plastic, it doesn't matter, but just something that can hold up to the heat. Okay, and maybe even something that's microwavable, because you might want to, alter it a little bit and put it in the microwave. I usually don't. I usually put it right back on the stove, but, just in case you want to microwave it, you can put it in something that's microwave safe. Okay, and now to the instructions. Now, all you really need, aside from all of these ingredients, is a double boiler. Now, a double boiler, for those of you who do not know, is just maybe a bowl or something sitting on top of a pot with a little bit of boiling water in it. Now, it's not a lot of boiling water. It's maybe an inch of boiling water or so, because you really don't need a whole lot, because all you're really using is the steam to melt the butter that's going to be in the bowl on the top. Okay, now the bowl, make sure the bowl is bigger than the rim of the top. You don't want it to be, so small that it falls down in there. Okay, but like I said, y'all, this is really simple. I'm almost done already. But all you really do is just melt it down. You melt it down and add the oils after it's already melted. You can, I would say, wait just maybe 5 minutes or so, maybe 10, because you don't want it to, start solidifying, but it really takes a minute for it to get back solid. But I would say maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then add the scented oil if you even want to add it. You might like the smell the way it is. That's up to you. But you can add a little bit or add a lot. That's completely up to you. If you add too much, it could change the consistency of the cream itself. So you don't want to add too much because it might be too loose. Okay, so that's something to be, aware of. And like I said before, this is a head to toe, cream. Now, sometimes I do use it in my hair. Sometimes. I don't use it often. I use it sparingly because, shea butter and cocoa butter are kind of heavy. you know, they're kind of heavy, especially for people that have locks. I wouldn't recommend it too often for those that have locks. Just because of buildup. You know, it's hard to get buildup out of the lock once it's in there. You know, you got to go through all these rinses, you know, ACV rinse, baking soda, and all that stuff. You know, we can just prevent that by just not using the stuff that has buildup in the first place, or that causes buildup in the first place. Now, if you do use this in your hair, you know, like I said, I've used it before. Now, I would kind of get it down to an oil, you know, just because it will definitely melt in your hand. You know, get it down to an oil and then put it in your hair. But at the same time, still don't use a lot, okay? Because like I said, it will build up. Now, as far as the skin is concerned, it is excellent, and you can use just as much as you want to. You know, you might not want to be too greasy and slippery and slidey and all that, but you can use as much as you want. Sometimes I will add a little sugar to it. I'll add a little bit of sugar and put it on my hands. I would compare it to Mary Kay's satin hands. I like mine better, but I would definitely compare it to them. Hold on just a second. I would definitely compare it to them. I use it on my hands. I use it on my feet. I rub it in on the nail beds. When I use it on my hands, I rub it in between my fingers and rub it on my nail beds, and my hands come out really soft. And this is especially useful for the winter months, you know, when your skin gets dry. You know, it's hard to hold any moisture in your skin, you know, during the winter time. So it really helps, you know. And my mother-in-law actually told me that she stopped even using lotion. She just used the stuff that I made, so which makes me feel good, of course. But like I said, this was a simple recipe. I'm actually done already. But if you all have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. Feel free to comment or, you know, subscribe. Feel free to share, you know, share the knowledge, share the wealth. But anyway, thank you for watching and thank you for supporting. All right, bye.